Details continue to emerge in the Long Island serial killer's arrest. New surveillance.
Along a quiet stretch of road near Gilgo Beach, no one expected something so dark to be hidden in plain sight. It looked like any other coastal area, calm, empty, and peaceful. But beneath the brush and sand, a terrible secret was waiting to be found. In 2010, police began searching the area for a missing woman. What they found instead shocked the entire country. One body turned into many. The search revealed a series of killings that had been happening for years without anyone knowing the full truth. For a long time, the killer remained unknown. People began calling this person the Long Island serial killer. Fear spread across communities, and families waited for answers. Years later, the case finally took a turn that no one expected. But even now, many questions still remain. The disappearance that started it all. The case began with the disappearance of a young woman named Shannan Gilbert. She went missing in May 2010 after leaving a house in panic. Police started searching the area near the beach to find her. During that search, officers discovered something unexpected. They found human remains hidden along the side of the road. What started as a search for one person quickly became something much bigger. The discovery shocked investigators. It became clear that this was not just one case. It was the start of uncovering multiple murders that had gone unnoticed for years. As the search continued, more remains were found. Each discovery added more fear and confusion to the case. The Gilgo Four. In December 2010, police found 4 bodies close to each other. These victims became known as the Gilgo Four. They were young women who had gone missing at different times. Each one had been living a difficult life, and many of them worked in online escort services. The way the bodies were found suggested a pattern. They were placed in a similar area and showed signs that the same person could be responsible. This discovery confirmed that a serial killer might be behind the crimes. The case quickly gained national attention, and the search for the killer became more serious than ever. More victims are found. In early 2011, investigators expanded the search. What they found made the case even more disturbing. More human remains were discovered in nearby areas. Some were linked to older missing persons cases, going back many years. In total, more than 10 sets of remains were found along the same stretch of road and nearby locations. This showed that the killings may have been happening for a long time, possibly even decades. The idea that a killer had been active for so many years without being caught shocked both investigators and the public. Years of mystery and no answers. 4 years, the case remained unsolved. Police followed many leads, but none of them led to a clear suspect. The killer seemed careful and planned. There was very little evidence left behind. Victims were often targeted in ways that made it harder to track connections between them. The case became one of the most famous unsolved serial killer cases in the United States. People across the country followed updates, hoping for a breakthrough. Families of the victims continued waiting for answers. As time passed, many began to fear that the truth might never be found. The breakthrough after years. In 2023, the case finally changed. After years of investigation, police arrested a man named Rex Heuermann. He was a normal-looking man who worked as an architect and lived a quiet life. No one expected him to be connected to such crimes. Investigators used new methods, including DNA evidence and phone records, to link him to the victims. The arrest shocked the public. The man who had been living a normal life was now accused of being responsible for some of the most disturbing crimes in the area. The evidence that built the case. Police found strong evidence connecting Heuermann to the victims. DNA played a major role in the investigation. Hair found on the victims matched DNA linked to him and his family. Phone records also showed contact between him and some of the victims. Investigators also discovered online searches and records that showed interest in the case itself. This made the situation even more serious. All of this evidence helped build a strong case that had been missing for many years. The confession and new details. In 2026, the case took another major turn. Heuermann admitted to multiple killings. Reports showed that he had been responsible for several murders over many years. Details revealed that the crimes were planned and repeated over time. Victims were often targeted when they were most vulnerable. The case showed a pattern that had gone unnoticed for years. It also raised questions about whether there could be more victims who have not yet been found. Why it took so long to solve. Many people wonder why this case took so long to solve. The answer is not simple. Some of the crimes happened many years ago, when technology was limited. DNA testing was not as advanced as it is today. The victims were also from different places and backgrounds, which made it harder to connect the cases. It was only with modern tools and careful investigation that police were finally able to find the truth. The impact of the case. The Gilgo Beach case had a deep impact on many people. It changed how missing persons cases are handled, especially when victims come from vulnerable groups. Families of the victims spent years waiting for answers. For them, the arrest brought some sense of relief, but it could never undo what happened. The case also raised awareness about the importance of paying attention to every missing person, no matter their background. A case that still raises questions. Even after the arrest and confession, many questions remain. Investigators continue to study the case to understand if there are more victims or more details that have not been revealed. Some experts believe that the full story may still not be known. The case remains one of the most disturbing serial killer cases in recent history, not just because of the crimes, but because of how long it went unsolved. The story of the Gilgo Beach killings is a reminder that sometimes the truth can stay hidden in the most ordinary places. For years, the signs were there, but no one could see the full picture. A quiet road, a peaceful beach, and a normal life were hiding something far darker. This case shows how time, patience, and new technology can finally bring answers. But it also reminds us that some stories leave behind questions that may never fully be answered. Bell so you never miss a new upload.